All right, so we are about ready to start. We've got a first pitch by somebody, I don't know, boy band. It did at least jump over the line. I can't imagine that this is going to be look good at all, just by the way they were holding the mic. I watching them hold the mic, and I'm like, how are you guys possibly a uh? It wasn't awful. Much better than I actually much better than most of them that, I've actually seen. Alright, so we are about ready. Uh, Lotte is going back to the lineup that they had on Wednesday, kind of. Wang Sung Min and then, Go Sung Min in the number 2 spot. Reyes up in the 3rd spot. Na Sung Yup, big hit yesterday, moves up into the 4th spot. Jung Hoon is, DHing today. Yoon Dong Hee, a good day yesterday, so they move him down into the 6th spot. Kim Min Sung over at 3rd to start the day, and then also you have Jung Bo Gun back behind the plate. So, yeah, I mean, Oh Myung Jin is uh, really the second base and shortstop for uh, Doosan is leaves much to be desired. But Chaewon Jun will lead things off here with the first pitch. He is a side armor, as that is in there for a strike, and we are underway. Wong Sung Bin leading things off. Chaewon Jun, 4.56 ERA on the season. He is 0-2 though. 5 games. Opponents are hitting 255 against him. 12 strikeouts, but 9 walks. So he's gonna walk a ton as he almost hits him there, and that's 1-1. So thing to look for. He's already given up 4 home runs in his 5 games. He's given up a home run in his last 3 games. He does not go deep into games. He's only qualified for a victory in 2 of his 5 starts. So don't expect a deep game from the starter. Is that is going to be lifted into left field, but one away. That's a little tight here. So against Lotte, last year, sorry, this year he's 7.71 ERA against them as 1 game 0-1, 4.2 innings. Last year he did pitch better against them. 289 ERA, but didn't get any decisions. As that is ball one outside. Go Sung Min 277 on the season for Go Sung Min, and that catches the outside corner 1-1. So Chaewon Jun features a fastball mainly 39% of the time, only 140. Again, he is a side armor as that runs in, and it's 2-1. Uh, then from there, a slider 36% of the time, 130, forkball 24% of the time, and then maybe once a game he'll throw a curveball. Only 1.3% of the time is that is low, and it's 3-1. Again, lots of walks, lots and lots of walks. Uh, in 2 games, he's had as many walks as he had strikeouts. 1 game, he had more walks than he had strikeouts. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be ball 4. That will bring up Reyes, always dangerous. There we go. So Go Sung Min over at first base, 1 away. Reyes steps in, hitting 308 on the season. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 33 hits on the season. I believe he is leading the league in hits. No, He is second in the league in hits. Kim Min Hyuk is actually one ahead of him. As a swing and a miss at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. Again, he is a side armor, so some hitters, especially, and I'm going to say this, especially foreign hitters, really struggle against side armors. He is not one of them. He hits 429 against him on the season, as that is up high, and it's 1-2. So side armors aren't a thing that a lot of foreigners see, but here in Korea, it is a very very common thing. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Runner over at first, sets up on the outside, throws the bat out there, and fouls it away, and it'll stay 1-2. These two teams had a big trade in the offseason. Lotte's current shortstop, the guy that is a big hole that they filled, is hitting over 400, or I think might right at 400 now. As Reyes lifts that into left field, but that will be two away. That brings up Nasang Yup. Nasang Yup again, a very solid day yesterday. Actually, a solid. I would even say a solid series. 404 on base percentage, 531 slugging percentage. As a 23-year-old, again a first baseman for the national team. That is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. So again, the national team is 24 and under, or it was. Now they may change it again because they realize they have no chance playing in international competitions like that. One almost hits him as he just gets out of the way, and it's 1-1. Been battling a cough for about 2 weeks now. That's why I keep having to dive out of the picture. And the 1-1 misses outside, and it's 2-1. As far as pitch counts, he's thrown 108 pitches in one of his games this year. That was in a 4.2 innings against Lotte. Other than that, he threw 105 in the game before that. But right around 80 pitches, I think, is about all he's going to be able to throw. Alrighty, the 2-1 pitch. Yang Yi back behind the plate for Doosan, steps right on the corner and a swing and a miss, and it's a 2-2. Got the count. I forgot the count, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Lotte fans chanting away. And catches him staring at it, and that'll be strikeout number one, out number three, and we will go to the bottom of the first. It's a nothing, 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 a nothing, nothing, a nothing. Got a walk, but 0 for 2 after that. Jung Soo Bin leads off for Doosan, again, a mainstay up at the top of that order. 18 pitches in that inning for Chaewon Jun. Again, they hope to get 5 innings out of him. That's about all that they can ever really hope for. He had one game where he threw 7 innings, 105 pitches, and then one game where he went 6 innings, only threw 69 pitches. But that game, he didn't walk anybody. So again, walks are going to be the key for him. If he can keep the walks down, then possibly he can go deeper in the game. On the mound for Lotte is their new foreigner. This is the first time I have seen him. Davison, 5 games, he's 2-0 with an ERA of 2 exactly. He did pitch in one game against Lotte, and it was not pretty. 2.2 innings, or one game against Doosan. Doosan hits 462 against him. He had a whip of 338. He only pitched 2.2 innings at 10.13 ERA. Despite that 10.13 ERA, he still only has an ERA of 2 on the season. That was just the big clunker, 3 runs in 2.2 innings. Uh, but they ended up, I think they came back and won that game. That was the big giant, like 15-16 game or something like that. Uh, on the road, he is very, very good. An ERA of .5 in his 3 games on the road, 18 innings. Opponents hitting 175 against him with a 1.06 whip on the road, which he is here today. So mainly throws a slider. 40% of the time is a slider is that misses low. And it's 1-0. Jung Soo Bin, 315 in the season, and looks at ball 2 there. He's a guy that is going to see quite a bit of pitches. He's not going to get one, two, three strikes. He's going to foul a bunch off. He makes contact on 89.4% of the pitches that he sees or that he swings at. Sorry, and it's already 3-0. Davison does tend to walk quite a few. 14 walks in his 27 inning, as that barely catches the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Jung Soo Bin was almost halfway to first base by the time the umpire made the call there. Doosan does run well on the bases, as that is in there for a strike, and it's a 3-2 count now. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First full count of the day. Now here he's going to be up here slapping away 5 pitches. Nope, he's going to rip that one into right field. Yoon Dong-hee makes the running catch and then slides to make sure everybody sees that he's playing a game with his dirty, dirty pants. And that is 1 away. Fantastic play by Yoon Dong-hee on the run. After he catches it, takes another 2 steps and then slides, trying to make himself known on the highlight reels. All right, Cave steps in, hitting a 377 on the season. Looks at strike 1 in there, and it's 0-1. Does have 2 home runs. Took some time to go down to the second league, get himself right, and he has been back and absolutely destroying the baseball, and that is 1-1 now. Since the 24th of May or April, he's hitting a 438, which is the 3rd best in the league, as that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Go Sung-min throws, and that's 2 away. That brings up everybody's favorite, Yang E.G. A full count there, fly out to right, then a quick at bat there, a 4-3 ground out. That brings up the catcher, the backstop, the mainstay, Yang E.G. as he looks at strike 1 down the middle. Yang E.G. 284 on the season, 3 home runs, and easily one of the top 2 best catchers in the league as he fouls that away. He looks like he's in pain already. A little grimace on that one. Wearing the chest under the Bears logo. Again, the Bears with the ugliest pants in the league. Those Adidas pants are not good design. I don't know who made the underneath here. Like here is the 3 stripes goes all the way up here, but then the pants they just stop halfway down the calf, or not the calf, halfway down the thigh. It just doesn't make any sense. That is low, and it's 2-2. Davison wearing some mom pants out there on the mound that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman scoops it up, throws, and 1, 2, 3. Go to Bears. We'll head to the second inning. It's 0-0. Pretty efficient outing or inning there. 14 pitches. Doesn't get any strikeouts. Not a big strikeout guy. About one an inning. 24 strikeouts in 27 innings. And Chaewon Jun definitely not a strikeout guy, as he has 12 in 25 innings. Almost has as many walks as he has strikeouts. Oh. Anybody score yet? NC up quick against Samsung. All right, we should just be about back. Top of the second, not the bottom. All right, Chaewon Jun back out. One strikeout, 18 pitches in the last inning. Leading off in the second will be Jung Hoon. All right, Jung Hoon. No. Tomorrow I'm doing LG versus Kia. I like to do the 2 p.m. games, as that is up and in, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I just prefer the 2 o'clock games because most people can watch those. At least the guys in the U.S. is on the 1-0 up high, and it's 2-0. So I'll do the Hanwha game on Sunday. KT versus Hanwha on Sunday. I'll do the KT versus Hanwha game if the LG Kia game finishes before 5 o'clock. I'll do a little almost double headers that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Jung Hoon, the DH, never gets cheated as that is outside, and it's 3-1. Already one walk in this game for Chaewon Jun. And the 3-1. That's going to be a single right back up the middle, and he'll be on base with obviously a leadoff single. And just like that, the no-hitter is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Yoon Dong-hee steps up now as I've got the guy on the wrong side. There we go. Yoon Dong-hee slaps that foul, and it's 0-1. 259 now on the season. Again, he was way down below the Mendoza line just a couple weeks ago. Hit well against Hanwha in the 2-game series as Yang E.G. sets up on the other batter's box. And does he chase? He does not, and it's 1-1. 25 pitches already for Chaewon Jun with 0 outs here in the top of the second. 18 pitches. Again, I've talked about it. He struggles with command. A lot of these sidearm guys do not like the ABS system because, now they have to throw strikes instead of tricking and getting the umpires to call, pitches in the other batter's box, which is exactly where they were throwing to get strikes before. And the 1-1 swing and might have got a piece of it, but anyway, it's gonna be 1-2 now. Yundongi, a big solo shot, an absolute bomb in the game last night. Doosan Plastic Jackets in an appearance, as that is up high, and it's 2-2. All right, to 2-2 pitch. Jung Hoon over at first base. He is not a threat to steal at all. Sets up on the outside corner, misses outside, and it's 3-2. Another full count. First full count of the day for Lotte, though. Yang Yi is already out. Kim Gi Yun back behind. I said Yang Yi looked like he was grimacing, and he was. So one of the best catchers in the league is already on the bench today, as he is not. And he swung and he grimaced, and then he ended up finishing the at bats, but he is now out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up right down the middle, and that's outside. Jung Hoon would have been gunned, but it is a walk. And they've got runners now on first and second with nobody out. Second walk of the day issued by Chaewon Jun. I keep putting these on the wrong side because the reason why is Lotte was home yesterday, so I'm thinking like yesterday, and I keep hitting the. I have basically 3 boxes that all these pictures and all the score bugs and all that stuff that you guys see. I have like 3 boxes that I just push little buttons to change everything. So Kim Min Sung steps in, 235 on the season, does have a home run, but right now he's probably just going to be called in to sacrifice bunts here with a runner on first and second, because that's the KBO way. Here we go. Sets up, yep, and drops down the bunts right to the pitcher, goes to third, and he is out. Well done, well done, well done, ladies and gentlemen. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you prove to everybody that bunting is stupid. Bunts it right back to the pitcher, who throws it over to third. So now you've got an out and you don't have runners on second and third. Absolutely fantastic decisions. Gotta love them. So 1 out now, or still runners on first and second, though. And that brings up Junmin Jae. Junmin Jae, I believe, a 17-game hitting streak going. Hitting 400 on the season. I don't think he has enough at bats to qualify yet, as that is outside, and it's 2-0. Junmin Jae, 80 at bats, hitting 400. I think he might need no, he does qualify. So right at just getting qualified. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss on a pitch out of the zone, and it's 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Way, way outside, and it's 3-1. Is he going to walk the bases loaded? Is he going to walk the bases loaded, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know Cave does not have enough at bats to qualify yet? And fouls that straight back. And we've got ourselves another full count, second full count of this inning. And the 3-2 outside, ball four, and he has walked the bases loaded. Ball four. Ball four. Third walk of the day so far for Chaewon Jun. And that's in there for a strike to Jung Bogun, the backup catcher, getting the start today. 256 on this season. But does have one home run. I don't know what is going to guess that it was not with the bases loaded, though. And that is outside. 1-1. 38 pitches now. He's already thrown 20 in this inning. As again, just struggles with command so much. Let's see. Run with the bases. This is his first at bat of the year with the bases loaded, and that comes through. As that will be a single into right field that will score a run, and Lotte takes the 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Jung Bo-gun. Yoon Dong-hee comes around to score. I'll have to clear all that mess up. And just like that, Lotte is ahead. They've had to come back the last 2 days, try to come back on Wednesday's game, came back in last night's game as they gave up quick early runs to Hanwha. But we'll flip the lineup back over to Wong Sung Bin as he looks at a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. So Kim Min Sung over at third, Jun Min Jae at second, and Jung Wo Gun with the RBI single over at first base. And here comes the 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. Sorry, I was answering Big Kiwi's message as he's complaining about Hanwha's starter. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch to Wong Sung Bin. Wong Sung Bin is great at a little slap hits. Tough to do when the bases are loaded, though. Thank you, Hannah Bomb. Is fouled away, and it's 2-2. Oh, thank you, thank you. 아, 근데 한국 사람이에요. 맞아? 맞아요? And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is gonna be a strikeout for Wong Sung Min. They'll have Go Sung Min coming in with the bases loaded, trying to score one more. See if I can get my mouse over there. There we go. All right, 44 pitches for Chaewon Jun, and that misses low, 1-0. Go Sung Min walked in his first at bat, but was stranded on the base pass. And that's going to be a ground ball off of the first baseman, and that will be an error. And coming home, but out is Junmin Jae as he tried to take advantage of the error. They do get one run at least, and we'll see if they get a second. I think they're going to video replay this as Junmin Jae tried to score from second base on the error. Yang Sung Won misplayed it badly. That will be in E3, and one run will score. And we'll see if a second run scores, because it will be very important, because if a second run scores, that means you've got runners on first and second. Does look like he made it right off of the pinky finger. Out. As Yang Sung Won tried to field that at first, but it took a hard hop and bounced up into his pinky. He was able to recover and come home with it. Junmin Jae trying to go first or second to home on the infield grounder, but I believe he got him on the leg right before he touched the plates. And here will be the actual call. There it is. And that's will end the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Hanwha. I still don't know why that's so late. Thank you again, no? Even though it's the same one. So that will be down an error, a run scored. Kim Min Sung did come home to score. Junmin Jae did not. So that's, I got to get my hits fixed. Should be 2 hits, 2 runs. And we'll have the bottom of the second here. They leave 2 on. 3 left on already, but let's see. There we go. Big, let's see. 46 pitches now through 28 pitches there in the second inning. 46 pitches already on the day for Chaewon Jun. Again, this is a guy that does not pitch well after he throws about 80 pitches. So Davison in the seats now with a 2-0 lead. No way. They did not give him a hit. Wow. Gave him a hit. That was, it literally went off of the first baseman's hand. That is an error. And he will step in. Yang Sung Won. No, that. How is that? And how is that not an error? Wow. 그거는 실책 맞아요? 왜 안타 받았어요? Yang Sung Won looks at just strike one on the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 1, 2, 3 went Doosan in the first inning, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman over, grabs it, throws, and one away. Third time he has had to make a play already over there at first base. All right, Kim Jae-won at 254 on the season now. He spent time in the second league. He's come back. He's been hitting well. Pops up there and into foul territory. Na Sung-yup running around, but makes the play. And that will be 2 away. And that is in there for strike. He is pumping the strikes. Kang Sung Ho, 226 on the season. Not playing well since moving from second base over to third to take over for Hog Young Min. And that is going to be a ball 1-1. 1-1. We're having some fun. The string. And hello. 2-1. Try to answer. Gets out of play. 2-2 now. And Davison, the big left-hander, took over for Wilkerson. Wilkerson, I believe, signed a minor league contract with the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know where he's at now. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Way outside, and that'll be a full count. Second full count of the day for Doosan. First one was Jung Soo Bin flying out to right field. And this second one here, Kang Sung Ho looking at the pitch, and he fouls it away, and it stays 3-2. And the 3-2, he walks them, and that will end the perfect game, ladies and gentlemen. That will end the perfect game. That brings up Oh Myung-jin, the second baseman. Ohainen Lotte Myattung. Can't breathe today. All right, so the bottom of the second here, and that is a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Oh Myung-jin at 206 on the season. No homers, does have 7 hits. And the 0-1 pitch slapped into left field. Reyes over and makes the running catch, and he doesn't even have to slide on the ground for a highlight reel. He gives up a walk, but gets the flyout, and we will go to the third inning. It's Lotte 2. Doosan 0. Na-na-na. 13 pitches in that inning. That brings his total up to 27 on on the day versus 28 pitches just in last inning for Chaewon Jun. Elsewhere around the league, Kia's up 1-0 on LG. LG does have runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the third. Then NC's up 2-0 against Samsung, but Samsung's got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. They're still only in the first inning. SSG went up 1-0, but a big home run by Kim Tae-jin for Kium puts Kia up 3-1. The KT and Hanwha game is scoreless, although KT has been threatening pretty hard as Om Baek has given up 2 hits and 3 walks in 2 innings, yet KT still has 0 runs. All right, we should be back. Oh, Chaewon Jun facing Reyes. Reyes flew out to left in his first at-bats. Looks at ball 1, and it's 1-0. Average down to 306 now. And 1-0 lays off of it. 2-0. Reyes, I don't know if any of you are watching. Reyes wears his elbow guard like on the inside of his instead of at the outside, as that is a ripped foul, and it's 2-1. Very interesting. Is normally you would wear it over your elbow, but his is like on the inside. So like a fastball is gonna drill him right on the outside of the elbow right there. As here comes the 2-1, and that is going to be lifted into the gap. But Jung Soo Bin closing down on it, and that will be one away as Jung Soo Bin shows why he is one of the best center fielders in the league. Tracks that one down. Look like a possible double, but nope. And Na Sung Yup steps in. He struck out swinging in his first, struck out looking in his first at bat. 0-1 right now. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul, and it's 0-2. Chaewon Jun needs a 10-pitch outing or a 10-pitch inning here to save his pitch count. 52 through 3.1 innings. As that is low in the dirt, and it's 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he lifts it up, going, but just foul, and that'll stay 1-2. He hung that one up at the top of the zone, and he gave it a ride, but just foul. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and that is way up high, and it's 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And once again, sets up on the outside, and he fouls the ball 3 away, and it stays 2-2. Amazing, all the fouls. Sung Yup is saying, "Hey, we are not going to let you out of this inning with a 10 pitch inning," as he fouls that away again, and now it's a 12 pitch number 12 for the inning coming up, and the 2-2 low, and that's ball three. Another full count, third full count of the day for Lotte. Two last inning, and now one here as he fell behind 0-2 and has worked his way back. And the 3-2 just catches the inside corner and he strikes out looking again. And that is a two away. And outside 1-0 to Jung Hoon. Jung Hoon single to start out last inning was thrown out at third after the piss poor bunt. And here comes the 1-0 in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. He hasn't fallen down swinging yet, so we can look for that. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Then he almost falls down, not swinging on that one. And 2-1. As Kenny says, he never gets cheated. He gets all of his swings worth. All righty, here comes the 2-1. Up high, and it's 3-1. Just let him throw himself out of the game. Doosan pitching coach looking on, and the 3-1 just catches the outside, and it's 3-2. That was the same pitch that he just threw Nasung Yup to catch him looking. He is just leaking that back over onto the outside corner. And the 3-2, that is not going to leak out, that is way, way wide, and he'll be on base with a 2-out walk. 65 pitches now for Chaewon Jun through 2 2/3 innings. The way he is going, he is not going to be making it to the fifth inning once again for the fourth time in this season. Again, 5 starts. He's only made it through the fifth inning twice. All right, Yoon Dong Hee steps in and he looks at strike one at the top of the zone. And that's going to bring up pitch number 67, which we know is a strike. Yoon Dong Hee walked and scored a run in his first and only at bat. He is 0 for the day because he has 0 for at bats. And fouls that away. And it's 0-2. Like I said, pitch number 67 will be a strike. Alrighty, here it comes. The 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. It tosses it over to second, and that will be 3 away. They get another runner on, but they leave another one on. They've left 4 on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Lotte. Now, 1 for 7 with runners on base. Chaewon Jun running into some serious pitch count issues, though, as he is sitting at 68 pitches, 22 in that inning, 18 in the first, 28 in the second, and 22 there in the third, versus Davison, who is sitting nice and pretty with 27 through 2 innings. see here. Who's coming up? Should be the number 8 hitter. Will lead things off. All right, Pak Ji-hoon will lead things off. Ronnie, here we go. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pak Ji-hoon hitting 0 on the season. Has been on base, though. He's got an OPS of 333. That is ball one. First, I believe this is his very first start of the season. And here comes the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Davison has avoided the hits so far, but you have to wonder. The walks are going to be coming soon, as that is outside, and now it's 3-1. While he's thrown 31 pitches, he is not known for being very having a lot of control. 30 pitches, 31 pitches, 17 of them, I think, for strikes. That is fouled away, and we've got another full count. Third full count of the day for the Bears. They've had a fly out to right, and the one base runner they had was the walk last inning. Davison just walks a lot. Again, 14 walks in his, as he files that away, 14 walks in his 27 innings. So he walked 2 in the first game, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth game, and then 2 in his last game. Doesn't strike out a lot of guys, but tends to walk a few. As a 3-2 is swing and a miss, and that's his first strikeout of the day. As I start talking about he doesn't strike anybody out, he says, "Hey, you watch your mouth, man. You watch your mouth." All right, Josu Hang steps in and looks at strike one right down the middle. Do have to really worry about the bunt here. Only hitting 214 on the season, but 4 stolen bases already with his 6 hits. And he drops down the bunts, but it is foul, and it's 0-2 now. So that's how you keep him from bunting, I guess, is you, just get 2 strikes on him. All righty, here comes the 0-2. Doesn't go around, and it's 1-2. Again, the left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, the 0-2 count. You got to throw it in the other batter's box. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. It catches him looking, and that is strikeouts number 2 on the day. Strikeout number 2 in the inning, and Doosan will flip their lineup back over. With Jung-Soo Bin stepping in. I know. It's like, just makes me look stupid, doesn't he? As that is a strike right down the middle also. And a ball 1-1. They always got to make me look stupid, Kenny. All righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Just catches a piece of the bottom, and it's 1-2. Jung-Soo Bin with one of the most active batting stances in the league. Again, he chokes up on the bat more than a hand width. It's like a 1.5 hand width. As the 1-2 is that's going to be a ground ball to second baseman. He's going to have to hurry. And just in time. That is a real slow play by the second baseman. He waited on it, and he must not have realized who was running. As we will go to the fourth inning, it's 2-0 Lotte. Lotte will have a 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Yeah, a ton of groundouts. I mean, that's what happens when you got a lefty that throws a slider as much as he does. Between the slider and the forkball, you're going to get a ton of ground outs. Doosan has kind of hit the ball well into the outfield, but just hasn't made a solid enough contact to get it deep in the outfield. Looks like LG took the lead in the third inning. How did they do that? A double, a walk, a double, and a single. Got them 3 runs there. Uh, so you have, I assume, I'm gonna guess that you are outside of Korea. All right, that again, Kim Min Sung steps in as he leads off the fourth inning here, and that is in there for strike. Uh, I don't know if it works in India. I just know outside of Korea, you can go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com. I live in Korea, so I watch on regular TV. As here comes the 0-1, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. But yeah, I think you can go to SoupLive, SOOPLIVE.com. They are the official international broadcast of the KBO. And that misses upstairs, 1-2. They do also have an app, but again, I don't know if it's available, what countries it's available. I do know India has certain things. But you can watch that game, and my stream will almost match it perfectly as that is lifted into center field and 1 away. Because I have, since I'm watching on TV, they're getting a relay of a relay versus I'm just getting the relay. So my stream should be almost exactly the same as that you're watching. All right, Junmin J steps in and he's got his 17-game hitting streak on the line. As that is a ball 1 up high, 1-0. Walked in his first at bat, came around to score. That was back in the second inning. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman's going to throw it into back to the catcher, and then he throws it, but not in time. And that will be an E4. And he'll be on second base. Oh, wow. That was that was awful. That was oh my lord. Wow. That was so bad. Yeah. Uh yeah, I can't help you with that. All right, now with the air, two base air. Now that's gonna bring up a Jung Bo Gun, and that is outside ball 1. Yeah, he would have been out by a mile, but again, this is uh this is Doosan's backup catcher. As Yang Yi is out. So 75 pitches now for Chaewon June. The 1-0 pitch to the backup catcher for Lotte, and that just kisses the outside corner, and it's 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and he slaps it foul, and it's 1-2. 77 pitches now. Oops, that one. All right, the 1-2 pitch outside. Feel like I should take this uniform off, put on one of my Lotte ones instead. All right, the 2-2 is way outside again, and it's 3-2. Jung Bo-gun with the RBI single that gave Lotte the 1-0 lead. Back in the second inning, a bases loaded RBI single. And we've got a runner on second. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's up right down the middle, and he throws it out of the zone, but that'll be fouled into the bullpen. And we'll have another one. Pak Shin-ji warming up again. I said he wasn't going to get through 5. He is probably not. And here comes the 3-2. Sets up right down the middle again, and he fouls it off, as that would have been ball 4 also. Ball 3, ball 4, ball 12, ball 72. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch once again, and he lifts it deep, but that will be, he can't find it. Oh, now he can. The left fielder threw his hands up like he's like, I don't know where it's at. But then he makes the catch, and that is 2 away. That will bring up the top of the order, Wong Sung Bin, as he is looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2. Blew out to left in his first at bats, struck out in his second at bats with the bases loaded. And here he'll have a chance to come through, as the first pitch is gonna be lined right over the second baseman. He will come home to score, and Lotte will take the 3-0 lead, as he comes up big with a RBI single here with 2 outs. The air comes back to haunt him. Yeah. Alan, I hope you didn't just I hope you just turned in, because that way you didn't have to see why they just gave up another run. Actually, why they've given up the last 2 runs. Uh, Go Sung Min steps in. He's it says he's 1 for 1 on the day, but no. I still can't believe that was ruled a hit. Okay, Alan, I think they'll probably replay the last at bat of his, and you tell me if that would be a hit in any league in the world. As apparently they just about got him over at first, but we wouldn't know because the camera crew is apparently having a little late night snacky. Oh, he just got in. You got to get back there on that back corner, not right in the middle of the base. Oh, they're gonna video replay that? Oh man, come on. Oh, like you can see anything from that angle. What do you bag there and now tag? Yeah. Yeah. It looks safe to me. It looks safe to everybody except for Doosan's manager, I guess. Yeah, but I wish they would show the replay of the ground ball. First. All right, here we go. Go Sung Min. It says it's 1-for-1, but again, he grounded at the first baseman. The first baseman misplayed it as it took a hard hop, hits him in the hand, and a run scores. He makes it to first, and they give him a hit. I really wish they would put a limit on throws over. Even 5 would be fine. Like they don't need to go as low as 3. Like 5 would be okay. Here comes the first pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. And here comes the 0-1, and that is upstairs 1-1. When did Lotte win? 2006, right? And the 1-1. No, 96. Maybe that is going to be lifted into center field, but Jung Soo-bin under it, and that will be 3 away. But the Lotte gets another one on the air, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 3-0 Lotte. Lotte. That should be it for Chaewon Jun, I would think. But 86 pitches. Lotte's left 5 guys on already. 90, 92, 84, and 92. Both ways. You were just picking in the middle. That's what it was. All right, so Cave will lead things off. And a swing and a miss there. And it's 0-1. So Cave leads things off. The 4-3 ground out back in the first inning. Average is dropped down to 371 now. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. He's like, whoa, that was a nice curveball, sir. And here comes the 0-2, and that's ripped. A jumping catch by the 6'4" second baseman. Good thing, because if he was 6'2", that would have been a single. He's like, he let it go, and he's like, oh man. And then he turns around and sees that it's 6'4" second baseman and makes the jumping catch, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. All right, Kim Gi-yeon getting his first at bat of the day. Kim Gi-yeon, 258 on the season. Last time I streamed a Doosan game, he had the walk-off hit, I believe. That's a swing and a miss, though, and that's 2-1 on a pitch that was way, way, way below the zone. Way outside, too. I don't know what he was swinging at. He needed a tree to hit that. And here comes the 2-1. That misses just outside, 3-1. I think Lotte fans need me to talk bad about Javison's ability to strike people out again. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4, and they've got another base runner. That's their second base runner of the day. As the Smurf song plays in my ear. Yang Sung-wan will step in now. He led off the second inning with a 4-3 ground out. Not any speed on the base pass. Not a lot of speed in the middle of this lineup, honestly. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 286 on the season now for the first baseman. And he had a rough start to the season also. Doosan is trying to claw their way back up the standings. And the 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And here comes the 0-2. Sets up way, way up in the zone. And he fouls it back as he missed badly on that pitch. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it away again into his leg as he uses his bat as a cane and walks away a little bit. Taking a beating today as he got his finger hit whenever. Oh, that was right into the shin guard. I don't know how that feels because I never get to hit the ball. I'm that bad at hitting that I never even foul them off. I don't have any gear besides some batting gloves. I'm the most basic of player, old school, if you will. Not Matt Carpenter. Grab some dirt to put between you and the bats, but all right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the top of the zone, and that will be strikeout number 3, and it's 2 away now. As that'll bring up Kim Jae-won. And that is lifted. Wong Sung Bin running in, and he will not make the catch. As that will be the first hit of the day, and that will move runners at the corners. First hit of the day as Kim Jae-won. Oops, wrong one. Comes up big. He has been hitting. I don't know how much of a hitting streak he has since he came back. I think he's only been back for 3 games. Wong Sung Bin tried to fake the play to, that doesn't work whenever there's, it doesn't work when there's 2 outs. That only works when there's 1 out. All right, Kang Sung Ho steps in. He walked in his only at bat of the day. 226 on the season for the third baseman. And here comes the first pitch. Pitch number 57 of the day for Davison as that is fouled into the people behind the home plates. I don't know who it hit, but it took a ricochet off of him. 15 pitches. Here comes pitch number 16 in this inning, trying to get out of it without giving up any runs, and sets up at the top and misses badly. But Kang Sung Ho fouls it away. He set up right at the letters and missed down at the knees. Gives a couple taps into the ground, and we'll see if he throws it in there. Nope, he fouls that one away as that was middle once again. And it'll stay 0-2. Yeah, ties it up in the bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the ninth, bottom of the fourth. The home teams have been struggling to score tonight, and here comes the 0-2, sets up at the shoulders, right around there, but fouls it away once again. 149. He only averages 145 with his fastball. He is wanting out of this inning, apparently. He's like, I've already thrown 18 pitches. I need out of this inning. 226 on the season. Kang Sung Ho not having a good season offensively as his move over to third base. A swing and a miss there, and that's will end the inning. He leaves a 2 on. They've left all 3 base runners on today. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Lotte. Hey. Lotte. Biggie. 61 pitches now, 19 in that inning. 61 on the day so far through the 4th inning versus where you've got Chaewon Jun, who's sitting at 86. I assume they're going to send him back out. He'll face the 3-4-5 hitters. I assume he's going to send him out, and if somebody gets on, they take him out. Wrong game, buddy. Wrong game, buddy. You can still hang out, though. I told maybe you meant like Hanwha, you know, they're orange. Maybe you meant Hanwha's old team, the Bears, and maybe you meant Lotte, the old orange team. Maybe that's what you thought. You don't want to watch the Hanwha game anyway. They have one hit today. All right, top of the fifth. Reyes will lead things off. Don't worry, Luke. I'll do the Hanwha game on Sunday. Chaewon Jun is still out there, 86 pitches. Reyes 0 for 2 on the day, and that's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, I like it. I don't like it as much as this one. I will say I do like this one a little bit more. But I figured I'd wear this one today. As that is lifted third baseman under it and one away. That brings up a Na-Sung Yup. Na-Sung Yup 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts looking. I don't wear it outside. Not that I ever go outside besides to go to work. That misses upstairs 1-0. Wear it for maybe some broadcasts, maybe a couple videos here and there. And the 1-0 is inside 2-0. I can't get the sizing just right. You know, it got the snap back. And this one's a little tight. And the other one's a little loose. I just need to get the dreads adjusted just right to get the fitting right. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. As that is fouled away, and it's 2-2. I'll shave the head and shave the beard whenever I want to go. Whenever I just want to lay low and go incognito for the rest of my life. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside and fouls it away, and another 2-2 pitch coming up. Oh, and they give it to the baby. They give it to the kid. What'd you delete that for? As that is going to be a single into right field. And he's making up for the other 2 strikeouts. I hate how. No, he is at the game. I've been talking to him. I've been messaging him. He's no, because they don't have a weekend season ticket anymore. Yeah, you deleted your previous message, and what it does is it actually deletes everything from you. It's just, unfortunately, it's just the way it works with the setup I have, since I'm on a Mac. All right, Jung Hoon. No big deal. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Yeah, he is not enjoying himself at the game. He said he was about that KT was about 6 inches from hitting a grand slam earlier. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. It runs way in, almost hits him. And that's 2-1. Na-Sung Yup, not the most speed over at first base. Not really worried about him stealing any bags. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he almost falls down. There's the swing Kenny loves. There is the swing Kenny loves. Does not get cheated on his at-bats, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch, a runner on first, 1 out. Sets up right down the middle, swing and a miss, and that will be 2 away as he is at 99 pitches now. That brings up Yoon Dong-hee. First time he has been retired today. He singled in his first at-bat and then a walk in his second. All right, 99th pitch. Number 100 coming, and number 100 is a ball way outside. And do the whole KBO thing. There we go. Red numbers, red numbers, red numbers. Got to show everybody that he threw 100 pitches. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Jams him, but Kim Gi-yeon tries to get it, but out of play, and it's going to be strike 1, 1-1. Yeah, comes back with a 5-4 spot in the 4th to take the lead. LG. And the 1-1 way outside at 2-1. Yoon Dong-hee 0 for 1 on the day, a 6-4 ground out in his last at bats, a walk and a run scored in his first. And the 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle and fouls that away as it was ball 3, and it's 2-2. And Lowe runs the counts full. 6th full count of the day for Lotte. 2nd of the day for Yoon Dong-hee. He is running that pitch count up. I'd love to see him foul off about 8 pitches. Here comes pitch number 105, the 3-2 pitch. Grounded to the third baseman. Foul. Nice call there by the third base umpire. Alrighty, here we go. 105 pitches. Pitch number 106 on the way. Sets up right down the middle. And a swing and a miss at a pitch way, way off the plates as he strikeout number 5 on the day for Chaewon Jun. As Lotte once again leaves another runner on base. They've left 6 on. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Lotte. Leaving runners on base is the thing that they do. 106 pitches, I think, on the day. 106 pitches. I can't believe he got through the fifth. 18 pitches in the first, 28 in the second, 22 in the third, 18 in the fourth, and 20 in the fifth. So that will be it for him. 5 innings, 106 pitches, 61 for strikes. So 55 or 45 pitches for balls. Again, I told you he struggles with command. 5 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, but really it should be 3 runs, 1 earned. Elsewhere around the league, KT's only up 1-0 in the top of the sixth. Kia, again, I talked about that. They came back from down 3-0 and they took the lead to 5-3 against LG. NC's up 4-2, but Samsung has put 2 up in the bottom of the third. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third is what they are right now. It's 4-2. Kiyomi is up 3-1 against SSG in what I think is a very surprising game that I thought SSG would have easily handled Kiyomi. But then again, I have SSG, the 9th team in the league, and I have there we go. And that is outside of 1-1. Davison, 63 pitches now. He's was at 61 through 4 innings, and that is going to be lifted into left field to Reyes under, and it's 1 away. Second time he has made the play against Myung Jin. Very different. 64 pitches through 4 1/3 innings versus 68 pitches through 3 innings for Doosan starter. Lotte did use some of their bullpen last night. Pak Seung surprisingly went 6, as that is on the outside, and it's 0-1. So Pak Ji-hoon 0-100 0-0-0-0 on the season, as that is a slapped foul, and it's 0-2. Struck out in his first at bat of the day, his only at bat of the day. So 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Flyouts, a strikeout, and now we've got a flyout. Will we get a strikeout of strikeouts? As that is a 45-foot fastball, ball 1. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and he grounds it up the middle. That's going to be tough, as they are not able to make the play. And is he going to go to second? No, he head first slide into first. Otherwise, he could have been on second base. Wow, that was awful play by Pak Ji-hoon. It was a chopper over the mound. The shortstop tried to make the play. It ended up going away from him, but he head first slides. Otherwise, he could have been at second base. That is just the Doosan way. That they have the chance to take advantage of something, but a dumb decision to head first slide. I don't get it. Is they've got a runner on first now, a ball 1, and it's way outside. Josu Hang steps in. 207 on the season. He is very, very, very difficult to double up. Pitch number 70 coming up as he drops down the bunts. And they're going to let it roll. Foul. What a call. What a call by Kim Min Sung, as he also dove headfirst into first base. He is so fast, but it just rolled foul. on the grass and just rolled and rolled. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Then Pak Ji-hoon over at first base. Will he try to drop down another bunt? And chokes up on the bat, wiggles it back and forth. He's going to swing this time, and it's going to be a 6-4. Not even going to try. I told you that he's too fast. That will make it 2 outs as they'll switch spots, and Jo Soo-hang will hang out on first base. I don't think he'll be on first base for very long, as I imagine he will be off to seconds after the maybe first or second pitch. What pitch number? First pitch, second pitch? Go Sung-min was playing way off to cover the bunt. All righty, Jung Soo-bin steps in, and they check over at first. Jo Soo-hang, I believe, led the league in stolen bases last year. This year, he's 4 for 4 on stolen bases. Last year, he was 64 for 72, as that is outside, and it's ball 1. Surprised I would have to think that he's going on this pitch. And Jung Soo-bin has good plate discipline, doesn't strike out much. Get him into scoring position so a single can score him. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Checks over once again, and he is easily back. A little crow hop into the first base bag. All righty, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Chicken winging it, Jung Soo-bin. And in there for strike, 1-1. Still not going. I know they can't be afraid of Jung Bo-gun's arm. No, they can't be. And the 1-1 pitch. Slapped foul, and it's 1-2. See if they send him now so that if he does get thrown out, Jung Soo-bin will lead off the 6th inning. All right, here comes the 1-2. Sets up way outside. He chops it. Third baseman grabs it. He's going to have to throw quick in time as he head first slide. 3 head first slides for Doosan today in the 5th inning. That'll end the 5th. I'll take a little bit of a break. We'll be back in just a few after the 5th inning stretch. Refill your beverages, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. I'll see you in a couple minutes. right, we're back. Pakshin G out on the mound. ERA of 5 games, 5 and 2/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, a 200 batting average against, and a 1.24 whip. And the first pitch is a ball. So Kim Min Sung steps in, a 229 on the season from the number 7 spot in the lineup. Well, that's going to be way outside 2-0. Already into the bullpen for Doosan, which is never a good thing, versus 75 pitches for Davison. As that is ball 3. Maybe he should stop pausing and throw strikes. That's just my view. I can't see 3-0 pitch in there for strike 3-1. Can't see. And the 3-1, that's up high. Ball 4. 5 pitches. That is not what you want to do to start your appearance. He sung up on his last season as the manager, I would imagine, unless somehow they magically start to not be awful. Oh, man. Jun Janu with his bat wants to get into the game. Surprised to see him not in the lineup, actually, because that is outside ball 5. Junmin Jae, 0 for 1 on the day. He's got his 17 game hit streak on the line here. Reached on an air and scored a run in his last at bats. Walked in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. That is just catching the top of the zone. 1-1. Oh man, my eye killing me. Sorry, guys. I figured he would have DH today because he's been playing. He's been DHing. He hasn't. He's not playing the field anymore. As that is in there for a strike. Now that Yoon Dong Hee is back and hitting, Yoon Dong Hee is over and right. So Jun Junu was playing left for a while. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Throws the bat at it, but it's foul. Oh man, I don't know what I got in my eye, but it's killing me. Oh my god. I can't see. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and he checks over at first base. I have to take a break after. I think I got it. There we go. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And that is going to be lifted. The left fielder gets turned around, but that will be 1 away. All right, that brings up Jung Bo Gun. Jung Bo Gun, 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single in his first at bats, and almost hits him again, and that is going to be ball one. 267 on the season from the backup catcher. There we go. All right, I think I'm fixed. The 1-0 pitch, way upstairs, 2-0. 12 pitches. I think he's thrown 4 for strikes. And the 2-0 pitch, right down the middle for a strike, and it's 2-1. Lots of actually good games around the league. This is the biggest winning margin right now in the game, as that will be a call time. I can never tell because the home plate umpires are all so animated with everything. All right, here comes the 2-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 2-2. They aren't swinging because he is not throwing very many strikes. All right, the 2-2 pitch, a runner over at first base. Number 9 hitter up, and that's a swing and a miss, and that will be his first strikeout of the day. 2 away, and they'll flip the lineup back over to Wong Sung Bin. All right, here we go. Wong Sung Bin has singled with an RBI in his last at bat, and that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be another single through the right side. He will stay at second base though, and that will put runners on first and seconds with 2 away. Wong Sung Bin once again coming through. Fly out to left, a strikeout, and 2 singles in his last 2 at bats. Doesn't get to use his speed here though. Kim Min Sung and not able to go first to third. As Go Sung Min steps in and looks at strike one on the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 284 on the season. Again, the stat up there shows a hit, but it's not a hit. Nowhere in the world is it a hit except for the KBO. As that's going to be a ground ball. Nice play by Yang Song Wan, and the toss back as he makes the play, running into foul territory, almost runs over the umpire, but makes the play, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. I had the bottom of the 6th up there, but we are now in the bottom. It's 3-0 Lotte. Lotte is just keeps leaving runners on base. They've left 8 runners on base so far today. For 4. They have 3 hits with runners on base, and all of those have been RBIs. They are 3 for 16 with runners on base today. They are 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. So Davison should be back out there again. Only 75 pitches through that 5 innings there. Have to think that he is going to be back out there. Cave will lead things off, the number 2 hitter. Yeah, I definitely would not feel confident with a 3-run lead for Lotte. The strongest strongest animals, apparently a alligator, a gorilla, and a seagull. That misses just to the top of the zone, and it's 1-0. Sorry about that. All right, the 2-0, and that's going to be chopped right to the first baseman that steps on the bag, and that will be 1 away. Ugh. Dying over here. I'm dying over here. I'm dying over here. I'm dying over here. All righty, here comes Kim Gi-yeon. Kim Gi-yeon walked in his first at bat, his only at bat, and that is ball 1. Doesn't quite get the curveball to drop down. And it lifts it into right field. Yoon Dong-hee giving chase, and it's going to drop in, and he is going to be on second base. On base for the second time today is the backup catcher. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll bring up the number 4 hitter, Yang Sung-wan. He just takes it the other way and drops it just inside the foul line, and it kind of rolls into the corner, showing off the catcher wheels. Here comes your meltdown, Kenny. It's getting ready. I just realized I forgot to change my earphones. I have to do that on the next little breaky break. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of juice. Why does that say 34 minutes? All right, Yang Song-wan, 0 for 2 on the day, a 4-3 ground out, and a strikeouts. Comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be lifted over the shortstop. That will bring in the big guy as he cruises on home. And an RBI single will cut the lead into 3-1. Big guy hustling hard from from second base to cruise on into home, and a 3-1 game now. As the Davison is running into some troubles here in the bottom of the 6th. Only the 3rd and 4th hits of the day for Doosan, as that is outside, and it's ball 1. Kim Jae-won, 1 for 2 on the day. He has one of those singles, is 83 pitches now, and they're going to come out and have a little chit chat with Davison. I don't know why they don't show this very often. All right, so we're back, and the 1-0 misses outside, and it's 2-0. I wonder how many more batters he is going to face. Kong Sung Ho on the deck. Oh Myung Jin. So he's got here, he's got the number 5 hitter after the 5. He's got some 200 and below average hitters. And the 2-0 pitch just misses low, and it's 3-0. This could be his last batter. Yang Song Wan is over there. They've got the bullpen up and moving around. Kim Song Soo warming up as that misses, and that's going to be ball 4. How did you not have the bullpen up already? Like, how he gave up a double, gave up a single, and why did you not have the bullpen up and getting ready when you went out to talk to him? That is poor decision making from the dugouts. Jung Hyung Soo, the other one, and Kim Song Soo and Jung Hyung Soo are the two guys warming up. Still just one out here. Runners on first and second for Kong Sung Ho. He chops it, and it goes foul. Kong Sung Ho 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his first at bat, struck out in his second at bat. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch up in the zone, and he lifts that into right field, and that is going to drop down. And Yang Sung Wan is going to come on in, and Kim Jae Won is going to come home too, and he is out by 1.5 miles. What the heck was the third base coach thinking? What, like, they had already got the ball in, and then they sent him. What the heck was the third base coach thinking? As Yoon Dong Hee cuts it off, the throw to the shortstop. The second baseman has the ball in the infield, and Kim Jae Won runs past the stop sign. Wow, what a gift. He ran right through the stop sign. But the third base coach was just doing this. He wasn't, the stop. But he had one hand out saying stop, not both hands. A Chevy Chase of yeah, the Chevy. He still reminds me of Chevy Chase. But Kong Sung Ho is over at second base now. Oh Myung Jin. But it is 3-2. Let me fix that there. And here comes the 1-1. That is in there at the top of the zone, 1-2. Davison started walking off, didn't realize it was a 1-2 count. Kim Jae Won literally tried to score from first base on a single. And the 1-2 pitch fouls that away, and it stays 1-2. That could be a huge, huge momentum swing. right, the 1-2 pitch now. A swing and a miss, and that's what turns out to be massive. Running through the stop sign, getting thrown out at home, and we will go to the 7th inning. It's 3-2 Lotte. Not a fast guy running through the stop sign. Need to fix that. There we go. Wow. Can't believe that. Let's see here. He just came back too. He's the DH. Wow. All right. Kim Ho Jun will come out on the mound. Thank you. Oh, God, that's really long. I can't read that. Kim Go Young E Chum Dong Jo Hum. Thank you. Thank you. That was so long. I can't read that. All right. Pak Shin Ji out and Kim Ho Jun in. All right. Kim Ho Jun, 8.10 ERA, 0-1, 1 hold, 13 games, 6 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, a 3.33 batting average against, and a 1.95 whip. Does a little prayer there, and he is ready. All right, here we go. Reyes will step in, moved up again to the 3rd spot in the lineup, and he is 0 for 3, and it looks at strike 1 in there. Reyes flips over to the right side now, hitting just at 300 on the season. Yeah. And the 0-1 is fouled away, and it's 0-2. There's only a few left. Again, Peraza was a switch hitter. Reyes is a switch hitter. Who else? There was a couple others. Basically, the Venezuelans were all switch hitters. Rojas is a switch hitter, as that is way upstairs, and it's 1-2. There's only one Korean switch hitter, and that's Kim Ju-won, the shortstop for NC. All right, to the 1-2 pitch. Way outside, and it's 2-2. Doosan does have one more catcher on their roster, Yuhan Jun. And the 2-2, and that's chopped right to the 3rd baseman. He throws across the diamond, and not a good throw. As they'll give him an infield hit, as that was deep into the deep down the line. The throw was up, but he tried to get the tag, but he wasn't able to make it. As the ball bounced, he was about 3 feet from the grass. The throw, he did get him, maybe, but I think he might have been on the bag. But Reyes will be on base with a leadoff single, and that will bring up the number 4 hitter, Na Sung Yup. Oh, they did give him an error? No way. They gave him an error. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That they gave him an error, but they didn't give Yang Sung Wan an error earlier. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I can see, it's an error because the throw was bad, but how is that an error? But the ground ball to the first baseman doesn't get an error. Again, the KBO has to pick their official scores by just picking up a random drunk Ajashi outside of the stadium. As that is outside, and it's 2-0. It's like, oh, how many bottles of soju have you had today? 6? Oh, yeah. Drink 2 more and let us know, and then you can be our official scorer. All right, here comes the 2-0 in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch, pitch number 9 from Kim Ho Jun. And the 2-1 misses out, and it's 3-1. He's in danger of putting the first 2 runners on base. Oh Myung Jin is not up, by the way. Go. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle. And he chops it foul, and he'll have a full count. His second full count of the day. Struck out looking on his first one. And the 3-2 pitch checks over at first. And they they throw it way away. And his race is going to be on third base. Doosan doing the Doosan thing. Wow. All right, the 3-2 pitch. And that is crushed. Goodbye, baseball. That air doesn't matter now, as that is a 2-run shot. And they get their 2 runs back. An air is going to cost them. The air cost them big. That will bring up the number 5 hitter, Jung Hoon. Massive, massive, massive air. Plenty of Lotte fans in attendance. And that he's trying to overthrow now. He throws that almost to the backstop, and it's 1-0. If Na Sung Yup can hit like that the rest of the season, Lotte is in good standings, as that is outside, and it's 2-0. Again, Lotte does not have their starting catcher or their regular DH in today's game, but they've put up a 5 spots, and it is a 2-0 here in the 7th. They still have 0 outs. And the 2-0 pitch just catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1. And the 2-1, that is fouled away as he falls down, swinging again. And that Busan Galmegi being sung is that's going to be a chopper. Third baseman cuts it off, throws in time. One away. All right, that's going to bring up Yoon Dong Hee. Absolutely crushed. About 5, 6 rows deep into the outfield. And again, Jamshil has one of the biggest stadiums in the league. And the 5-2 outside. Oh. Yoon Dong Hee 0 for 2 on the day. Walk and scored a run in his first at bat, 6-4 ground out and a strikeout in his last at bats, and that is in there for a strike there, and it's 1-1. A strikeouts. Not only was it a strikeout, but it was a strikeout on a pitch way in the middle of the other batter's box on a full count. He's had 2 full counts today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman, it grabs it, spins around the throw in time, and it's 2 away. Two down now is that brings up Kim Min Sung. Kim Min Sung 0 for 2 on the day. Off the TVing side. Up high, 1-0. 20 pitches now for the reliever. Again, he came in with an 8.11 ERA. That is not going to help his situation any. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Almost hits him, and it's 2-0. That should make replacing Davison pretty easy. And the 2-0 pitch runs inside, almost hits him again, and it's 3-0. Lotte's offense has come alive late the last few days. Both in both of the games in the 2-game series against Hanwha, and here comes up with another 2 runs late in today's game, and that is going to be ball 4 on 4 straight pitches, and they will have the number 8 hitter coming up, Junmin Jae, trying still to extend his hitting streak. And he's got a 17-game hitting streak going as we'll have a mound visit from a guy who looks like he's an extra in Green Street Hooligans, and we'll have a pitching change. Who's coming in? Who is coming in? So while we're waiting, elsewhere around the league, KT and Hanwha are tied up at 8 in the bottom of the 8th. Hanwha Noshiwan with a solo shot in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up. Hanwha only with the 3 hits on the day. Then LG scored 2 in the top of the 6th to tie it up with KT or Kia. They're tied at 5 in the top of the 5th. Then also from there, Samsung has crawled back. They were down 4-0, but They scored 2 in the third and 5 in the fourth. They're still only in the bottom of the fifth inning, guys. They're Samsung's up 7-4, and then SSG went up 1-0, coughed up the lead, 3 runs for QM in the top of the second, but they've scored 2 runs in the bottom of the sixth to tie the game at 3. So all the games are close. 3 tie games so far in the day. Then you got this game and Samsung Doosan or NZ game that are both a 3-run game. So Park Chi-gu on the mound now. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, Junmin Jae 0 for 2 on the day. Again, a 17-game hitting streak, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Probably his last at-bat of the day, you would have to think. They are in the top half of the inning, though, so it might be possible. And here comes the 0-2, sets up way in the other batter's box, and throws it into the middle of the other batter's box because, again, right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher, throw it in the other batter's box on an 0-2 count. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch, sets up on the outside corner. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, throws to first, and that will be 3 away and possibly the end of his hitting streak. But we'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's Lotte 5 and Doosan 2. Doosan will have the 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up. And really, the turning point of this game was the decision to run through the stop sign at third base and get thrown out. I really hate this commercial. The dubbed, like, oh god, this commercial really drives me nuts. This LG commercial with the obvious Western elderly couple being dubbed into Korean drives me absolutely nuts. Lotte has left runners on base in every single inning. They have left 9 runners on base through the 7th inning. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the 7th. That is not good for your pitching staff. So Kim Sang-soo will come out onto the mound as that will be it for Davison. He'll be in line for the win with the quality starts. Old Kim Sang-soo. And I really wish that we could have a Kim Sang-soo versus Kim Sang-soo matchup. Oh, all right, we're back. I hope that didn't give you an error, but Wong Sung-bin goes back and then comes running back, and that will be 1 away. First pitch, 1 out. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Jo Soo-hang. There was another change. So Reyes is out, and Jung Do-sung will come in now into left field. And that was it. 1 pitch, 1 out, pitching change. Yeah, okay. I assume they're gonna bring in a lefty pitcher here. Who did I say was the lefty pitcher earlier? Who did I say? Uh, Jung Hyun Soo. One pitch, one out, new pitcher. So- Oh man. All right, the Jung Hyun Soo will make his way out eventually. And then he'll face Jo Soo Hang, the lefty, and Jung Soo Bin, the other lefty, with Cave, another lefty. And so three lefties coming up. So they bring in the lefty, 238 ERA. He's pitched in 19 games already. This is game number 20, but he's only thrown 11 and a third inning. So he's not averaging an inning. He's averaging about two-thirds of an inning per appearance, basically just coming in to face some lefties. And that is in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Joe Suhang right down at the Mendoza line, hanging out with a 200 batting average after his 0 for 2 today. A strikeout in his first at bat, a swing and a miss there, and that's 0-2. Strikeout in his first at bat, and then that's a 6-4 ground out in his second at bat, and he's now down on an 0-2 count. And just misses outside, and it's 1-2. And he chokes way, way up on the bat. And in the 1-2 pitch, fouls it away, and it stays 1-2. Just misses. That's going to be a strikeout looking, as he just didn't want to swing at all. 2 away. That flips the lineup back to Jung Soo Bin up at the top of the lineup. And in there for a strike as they said he went around. And that's 0-1. 304 on the season for Jung Soo Bin. 0 for 3 today. A fly out to right in his first at bats. A 4-3 ground out and a 5-3 ground out. I don't know if they charged him with a timeout. You get 2 timeouts per at bat. Uh, I don't know if they charged him for that. The wind just started blowing really hard there as the 0-1 is that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, spins the throw in a beautiful throw. And that will be 3 away. Right up the middle, he fields it, spins, and throws a laser to Na Sung Yup over at first base. So we'll go to the 8th inning. It's a 5-2 Lotte. Bullpen doing the bullpen things. All right, so we've got so many good games. This one is not one of them. NC and Samsung still in the fifth inning. What is taking so long? Was there a rain delay? Was there an injury? The one video replay. Just don't see why they're in just now in the sixth inning. Besides a bunch of checks over at first. I don't know. All right, we've got the top of the eighth coming up. That'll be the 9-1-2 hitters. I don't I don't think it's a low. I think it's your volume. At least mine is showing up 25, which is my normal spot. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Apparently there was a strike somewhere as that is fouled away. I don't know. Is anybody else think it's low? All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball that snaps in there for a strikeout looking. And that is one away to start the top of the eighth inning. I thought maybe my sometimes my stuff just kind of cuts out and stops. I thought might have been me, or I might have hit the mute button. All right, Wong Sung Bin steps in. He's 2 for 4 on the day, singled in his last 2 at bats, and looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. And 1-1. That's going to be slapped. Shortstop is another error on Doosan. Fifth error of the day for Doosan. It's probably a hit in the KBO. He had to move to his right. He's like, oh, well, it's the leadoff hitter, and he has to go really fast. It says 4, but no, there's 5. I don't care. There's 5. All right, that brings up Go Sung Min. Go Sung Min, not 1 for 3. He is 0 for 3. Again, that hit that you're seeing was not a hit. Nowhere ever in the history of the game of baseball has that been a hit. You can't ground it to the first baseman who misplays it and then get a hit. Slides back in. Are they going to let him run? I have to think they're going to let him run. Kim Gi-yeon is back behind the plate. 3-run lead. You would love to get a extra run or two here. All right, here comes the first pitch. He goes. The throw nowhere near in time, and that will be a stolen base. Good luck. Good luck. If it was only Monday that was a holiday, you might have a better chance, but the fact that Monday and Tuesday are both holidays, why is it 0-1? Oh, that was a strike to him as he stole the base. I forgot all about it. That is way up, and it's 1-1. I have not outside of opening day or home opening day. I have not once tried to get a ticket. And the 1-1 pitch in there for strike, and it's 1-2. I will say that Hanwha's so all the teams have those pre-book, pre-sale packages. Hanwha's is the best in terms of for scalper or to avoid scalpers. Is it's one pre-sale package per ticket. So you have to spend 200 as that is aligned into center field, and that is going to move the runner over to third. And he has got himself his first hit of the day, despite what the stats say. Oh my God, that sounded so good. That is going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Jung Doosan, who took over, or Jung Doosan? Jung Doosan. Did I type his name wrong? Jung Doosan. Yeah, I was like, wait, that's not right. Bring up Jung Doosan, who took over for Reyes on defense just in the bottom of the last inning. For opening day, I logged in at all right. I hit the button at 11 and it took me 22 minutes to get in to just even get a ticket. 256 on the season for Jung Doosan. Jung Doosan as he drops down the bunt, and that is going to score a run, and another error by Doosan as the ball goes all the way to the outfield, and another run comes in, and he is standing over at third base. Good God, Doosan. Good Lord. Drops the bunt down. Then the pitcher airmails it to the first baseman or second baseman. He is fast, takes off, ends up going all the way to third base. A 3-base error. As Lotte just says, we'll just call this a game now. As that will be it for him. As we'll have a pitching change. It doesn't matter what pitching change you have whenever you play like that, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my scoring and their scoring is not the same. My scoring is better. See you later, Alan. Yeah, it has not been a beautiful game if you are a Doosan fan. Oh, it looks like Kim Do-young is back. I knew he was supposed to be back, but wasn't sure when. Pinch hits, gets a hit, 2 RBIs. All right, so we've got one out here in the top of the eighth. Again, we have a new pitcher. I forgot to change it. On the mound now is Kim Min-gyu. 4.32 ERA, 0-1 on the season. 13 games, 25 innings, 19 strikeouts, 23 walks. Ouch! 19 strikeouts, 23 walks. That is a foul, and we'll have an 0-2 counts. Na Sung Yup, again, the big 2-run shots just in last inning. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner over at third would love to come home on a sacrifice fly, but that is way outside, and he's not swinging at that. 1-2. This has been just an absolute sloppy game for Doosan. And the 1-2 is going to be lifted into left field, and that should easily score him. He makes the catch and doesn't even try. Nice sacrifice fly, a productive out. 2 away now, and we'll have the DH stepping in. Absolute brutal game for the Doosan defense. That is one thing that they did well last year was they played defense well. As Jung Janu will step into bat. Again, I don't know why he wasn't in the lineup. Maybe he just needed a day off, but if that's the case, why is he batting now? Why have him come in and even bat when you've got a 6-run lead? 253 on the season. And the 0-1, and that's going to be a ground ball, throws across, and that will be a 6-3 ground out to end the eighth. More importantly, Jun Min Jae will get another at bat in the 9th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all Lotte, all Doosan Airs. So they didn't leave anybody on base, ladies and gentlemen. For the first inning, Lotte did not leave anybody on base. Hanwha's all-star closer gives up a run in the top of the 9th. KT is up 2-1 now, bottom of the 9th. LG and Kia is tied up at 5 in the top of the 8th inning. Samsung and NC 7-5 in the bottom of the 6th. SSG takes a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th against Kiel. Good games again all around the league. Again, the Samsung game is in the bottom of the 6th. So the Hanwha game's in the top of the bottom of the 9th. The Kia game's in the top of the 8th. This game's in the bottom of the 8th. The SSG game is in the top of the 9th, but the Samsung game is in the bottom of the 6th. It's like Samsung's playing. It's like Lotte's playing Lotte. We do have a defensive substitution as Go Sung Min is no longer over at second base. Cave will lead things off for Doosan. I mean, there can't be much there can't be very many good feelings right now for Doosan or anybody on the third base side of that entire stadium, as that is in the dirts, and it's ball one. So Iho Jun is over at second base. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And in there for a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2 laid off of it, and it's 2-2. Nick Cave lifts that one. Shortstop out on the grass, and 1 away. That brings up Kim Gi-yeon. And we're going to have another pitching change. More pitching changes, more pitching changes, more pitching changes. Who is coming out? Who is calling out? We'll see. Double check on my math here. Hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, Lotte will have Kim Kong-hyun coming out. I guess technically he's already out. All right, so we should be back. Yeah, 25 seconds left. Mary Kate, right on time. If there is a miracle, Doosan could win. They're only down 6. They got 5 outs left. So Kim Kong-hyun on the mound at 2.25 ERA, 12 games, 12 innings, 10 strikeouts, 6 walks, 2.88 batting average against, and a 1.33 whip. He'll face Kim Gi-yeon and then Yang Sung-won and Kim Jae-won if anybody gets on base. And that is in no misses for ball one. 281 on the season for the backup catcher. A walk and a double today as he took over after Yang E.G. hurt himself. Swinging back in the first inning. And the 1-0 swings and misses, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 misses, and it's 2-1. He hasn't thrown one into the strike zone yet. You see he's working on his milk mustache. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. And fouls that one away, and it's 2-2. Tomorrow, I would say anytime Chaewon Jun pitches for Doosan, it's probably not going to be a good thing. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, spins around the throw in time, and it's away. All right, Yang Sung-wan steps in. Nope, we're going to have Kim Min-suk will pinch hit here against his old team. Not entirely sure why here, but okay, whatever. Yeah, it really does. Kim Min-suk again was part of that trade that's brought Jun-min Jae over to Deuce or Lotte. It's definitely worked out for Lotte as they obviously really benefited from the having that shortstop, as that is in there for another strike, and it's 0-2. And the throw deep in the ground and safe. Ooh, out. Another headfirst slide from Kim Min-suk. As they're going to replay that. I thought he was safe. I looked up as I was writing something down and looked up to see him headfirst slide. I was deep, deep into the hole. So Jun-min Jae fields it, slides right with 1 foot on the grass. Ooh, might be out. Great throw. That replay showed us nothing. Out. All right, that will end the 8th. We will go to the 9th inning. It's Lotte 8, Doosan 6 errors. There'll be some more changes heading around. More. So looks like the number 6 hitters, 6, 7, 8's coming up for Lotte. Jun-min Jae again will have a 5th chance to get his hit and extend his 17 game hitting streak to 18 games. I'm a little invested in the other games. KT took the lead in the top of the 9th as Hanwha's closer that is not allowed to run all season walked 2 and gave up an RBI single to Rojas in the top of the 9th. Hanwha now with runners on first and second in the bottom of the 9th, and they pinch hits Kim Jong-chan. Pinch hit the guy with a 37% strikeout rate and a $170 batting average. Well, the other options were not very good either. Literally, they have no other options. All right, here we go. Top of the 9th. Still out there on the mound is Kim Min-gyu. And the first pitch to Yoon Dong-hee is in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. 246 now on the season for Yoon Dong-hee. A walk in his first at-bat, 6-4 ground out, a strikeout, and a 5-3 ground out. And that is fouled away, and it's 0-2. So they'll have Yoon Dong Hee, Kim Min Sung, and Jun Min Jae. I'll see what happened there. Is still waiting for any guidance on who's playing first. Is that misses outside, and it's 1-2. Because again, Kim Min Suk pinch hit for Yang Sung Won, but he's not a first baseman. He's an outfielder, as that is way outside, and it's 2-2 now. I'm still waiting for them to update. I haven't seen anything actually flash on the screen at all either. And the 2-2 pitch way outside, and we've got a full count. His third full count of the day. Had a full count in the second and walked. Had a full count in the fifth and struck out. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball through the left side, and he will have himself a hit. His first hit of the day. That brings up the number 7 hitter, Kim Min Sung. All right. Did we get it fixed yet? No, we still don't know yet. All right. Kim Min Sung steps in 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at ball 1 low. He a 1-5 ground out in his first at bat as he tried to get the bunt down. He was thrown out at third, and then a fly out to center, and 2 walks in his last 2 at bats. Looking at a 1-0 count here, sets up right down the middle, and the pitch right down the middle that is crushed, but hooks foul. Yeah, Lotte last year had the big surprise taking on the third baseman from LG, and then this year they've got the shortstop from Doosan. This is way up, and it's 2-1. I'm gonna have to change my earpieces real quick. Okay, back. I have to change them. I forgot to change them halfway through in order for them not to run out of battery. And the 2-2 is going to grounded to chopped foul again, and it's another 2-2 pitch. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he goes down to a knee, and that's will be 1 away. That brings up a Jun Min Jae. Really, the only thing left to decide in this game is if he can extend his hitting streak. That is a low 1-0. Steve, I have actually never seen a Korean baseball movie. I've never seen a Korean baseball movie. As the 1-0 is upstairs 2-0. Steve, how happy are you to have Kim Do Young back? And the 2-0 pitch And he lifts that one up into the air. Right fielder under it. And that will be the end of the hitting streak, as that fly out to rights will end it at 17 games as we go to the number 9 hitter. Except he pinch hits today and gets a hit and 2 RBIs. All right, here comes Jung Bo Gun, and it hits him. Didn't really. I said it hit him, but it kind of got his uniform. Didn't hit him. No, he came back today. Came back today, and I believe in the 4th inning. Yeah, in the 4th inning, he pinch hits for Chaewon Jun and got a single and a couple RBIs, and then immediately was taken out for a runner. All right, Wong Sung Bin. I think they just said that they're gonna have a pinch hitter here. Nope, Wong Sung Bin steps in, an E6 in the last at bat, and that is lifted but foul into the stands. And 0-1. So runners on first and second, 2 outs, 8-2 lead already here on the top of the 9th. Wong Sung Bin 2 for 3 or 2 for 5 on the day. A fly out to left, a strikeout, a single, an RBI, a single, and reached on an E6, and then a stole a base and scored a run just in the last inning. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up a little above the waist and misses badly, and it's fouled into the catcher's throat. Nope, maybe his chin as he touches his chin there. No, right in the I don't know if you guys are familiar with the catcher's mask. So they have the clear spot here, and then they have a loop, kind of like a brace, and smacked him right in that loop. It does not feel good. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And fouls it away, and it stays 0-2. 25 pitches now for Kim Min-gyu. Kim Gi-yeon is kind of tapping the glove on the ground, saying to throw it in the dirt, so he will chase it. Yeah, that's the only one I know. I did watch a little bit of Stove League as the 0-2 is lifted into the left field. Looks like Kim Min Sok is there and makes the catch. All right, so we'll go to the 9th, in the bottom of the 9th. Doosan only needs 6 runs before they get 3 outs. Easy, easy, easy. And Lotte leaves another 2 runners on. They've left 11 runners on, ladies and gentlemen. 11 runners on base. All right, there we go. So elsewhere around the league, SSG comes back to win 4-3. KT ends up taking the 2-1 lead against Hanwha. That drops Hanwha down to 5th place. Right where I thought they were. Lotte is now tied for seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Lotte is tied for second. When they win, they will be, if they win, sorry, they will be by themselves in second place until the Samsung game finishes. Samsung's currently up 7-5 against NC in the top of the 7th. So there is a possibility that Lotte could be your second place team after today. If anybody had Lotte in seconds at the end of April, congratulations. You are the smartest baseball savant ever. So Looks like Pak Shi Young will come out to pitch for Lotte. Pak Shi Young, ERA of 0, 5 games, 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 182 batting average against, and a 1.87 whip. And first pitch is fouled away. Kim Jae-won steps in at 261 on the season. Had the big single and a walk, and then he did the unthinkable, ran through the stop sign, got thrown out at home, and that was really the turning point of the game. Hanwha, I just think 6 errors and bad base running, and I instantly think Hanwha. That was really the change that ended the rally. They could have had runners on second and third with, you know, actually it would have been first and third with just 1 out, but that throw and then the next batter ended up getting out that's going to be lifted into right field. Yoon Dong-hee is spinning around everywhere, but makes the catch right at the warning track, and that will be 1 away. That brings up Kang Sung-ho. LG just took the lead to 6-5 against Kia in the top of the 8th. They're down in the bottom of the 8th. And that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Kang Sung-ho, 1 for 3 on the day, or 1 for 2. RBI single in his last. Yeah. Beautiful pitch in there. A curveball for a strike, and it's 0-2. I mean, I thought they were better. I thought they would be better than last year. Just because their shortstop had to be better. I talked about in my preview is the thing with Lotte is I don't know where these bullpen arms are coming from. Like, this guy here's thrown 5 games and has ERA of 0. I don't know where these bullpen arms are coming from, because Lotte had one of the worst bullpens last year. They had the most blown saves in the league, but they didn't sign any bullpen guys in free agency. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 1, out number 2, and Doosan is down to their final outs, as they'll have Oh Myung-jin as they show the road, because that's where everybody should probably be going. Spotime baseball with No Yoon Ju. And the first pitch misses up high, 1-0. Yeah, yeah, man, I have no idea where these guys came from. Oh, we have a pinch hitter here, but I'm not going to change it because, yeah, 1-0. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that will be 3 away. So Lotte with the win. I mean, really, the story of the game is errors. Obviously, if you look at the stat sheet there, if you look at the box score, again, my box score and the official box score are not the same. You can't hit the ball right at the first baseman, have him misplay it, and not call that an error. I'm sorry, but really, the play, what I would say is the play of the game is Kang Sung-ho. You got runners on first and second, and with 1 out. Kang Sung-ho hits a single into the gap. Yoon Dong-hee cuts it off, throws into second base. Yang Sung-won comes around to score easily. The second baseman has the ball on the right on the grass, and he runs through the stop sign. So instead of having runners at first and second with one out and having an inning where you gave up an out to start the inning, but then you had a double, a single, a walk, and a single, and against a guy that was now pitching into the 90s, late the high 80s and 90s, with his pitch counts. You run through the stop sign, get thrown out at home. Now you've got two outs. You got the bottom of the order coming up, and he strikes him out to get out of the inning. At that point of the game, it was just 3-2. It was only 3-2 at that point. And then immediately after that, you see the two-run homer by Nasun Yup. Then you had the absolute implosion in the eighth where they had three errors. Might have had four errors, actually. They might have had four errors in that inning. I think actually they might have had four. But anyway, uh, yeah, they absolutely imploded late in the game. Lotte comfortably cruises after that, gets the 8-2 win. Lotte's bullpen has been hitting or been pitching outstanding. Against Hanwha, Lotte's bullpen gave up 0 runs. Here they gave up 0 runs. So I mean the bullpen has been absolutely fantastic. Again, Doosan had Chaewon Jun on the mound. He ended up getting through 5 innings, but gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Yeah, I mean, he has command issues. He's got to fix his command. Otherwise, every game he pitches, it's going to be a bullpen game. Davison, I didn't think it really. He honestly, he didn't impress me that much. He really didn't impress me that much. This is the first time I've seen him. He's not overpowering guys. He doesn't have a big sweeping breaking ball. He just kind of give up a little here, give up a little there, but Doosan could never, get the big hits. I feel like Davison, he he hasn't pitched against a good offensive team yet. He's pitched against SSG, KT, Doosan, NC, and Samsung. He has not yet pitched against a good offensive team, and I think when he pitches against a good offensive team, he's gonna take his first loss. He does move to 3-0 on the season, but again, the first time I've seen him, he had an ERA of 2 coming into the game, despite the 2.2 innings, giving up 3 runs the last time he faced Doosan. He was 2-0, but like from what I saw, I wasn't impressed. I really wasn't impressed. I thought he pitched okay, but if that was a Korean starter, I would have been like, okay, that's a good quality Korean starter. But as far as for a foreign starter, yeah, maybe he'll get better. Maybe I don't know. Not entirely sure, but anyway, Lotte gets the win. Comfortably gets the win as Doosan has more errors than hits on the day. Lotte is playing extremely well right now. They are technically in second place as once this game is finalized, they will jump Samsung and KT as their all right now a 538 winning percentage. So they'll all jump up, take or they'll take second place by themselves. Then if Samsung ends up winning, Samsung should actually, yeah. So Samsung and Lotte will be tied at second. So no matter what, Lotte is going to be in second, whether or not they're in second by themselves or second tied with Samsung is left to be determined. So elsewhere around the league, before I finish up, SSG does come back, get the win 4-3 against Kium. KT gets the win against Hanwha. Very surprising in the low scoring of the game, actually. Only a 2-1 game. Then LG is up 6-5 against Kia in the bottom of the eighth, but Kia does have a runner on first with just 1 out. And then Samsung is up 7-5 against NC, but NC has runners on second and third in the top of the seventh. Again, I don't know why that game is only in the top of the seventh. I really have no idea why they're in the top of the seventh. But that game has a ton left to play. Uh, there's lots of pitchers. Maybe that's why. Samsung has already sent out 7 pitchers in the game. NC has sent out 5. Maybe that's why. Uh, that that's all I can think of. Or maybe somebody got ejected or something. I don't know. 7 pitchers. But anyway, Lotte gets the win. Doosan played like poo poo. Played like they were watching you know, uh kids t-ball team as the ball just gets thrown around and they're like, oh, everybody has to bat so we can just throw the ball around. Because that's really what it looked like. Awful on defense. That drops Doosan down into 7th, tied for 7th with Kia. So depending on if Kia comes back and wins or not, whether everything else. So Lotte gets the win. Pretty cruised win after they did give up a couple runs to make the game close. But Lotte is playing extremely well right now. They're coming up with timely hits late in the game, and their bullpen is playing extremely, extremely well, at least this week in the 3 games that I've streamed for Lotte. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the 2 o'clock game. I will be doing LG versus Kia. I don't know who the starters are just yet in that game, but if the game does finish on time, if the game finishes quickly, I will try to do the KT versus Hanwha game also. If not, I will be at least doing the KT versus Hanwha game on Sunday, also a 2 o'clock game. So basically on the weekends, I'll do all the 2 o'clock games that I possibly can because I know a lot of you guys live in the US, which makes it easier for you guys to watch. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And as always, until next time.